In a huge boost for Indian port development, India's largest port project has now got a Swiss makeover. A Switzerland-based firm announced that it will invest rupees 20,000 crore or Vadhavan Port project near Dhanau in Maharashtra. The total project investment, near 76,220 crore rupees, was spearheaded by Vadhavan Port Project Limited, with a part of it being invested by the Swiss-based Terminal Investment Limited or TIL. The major investment reflects increasing confidence among global investors in India's maritime sector, which aligns with India's broader economic goal under the Sagar Mala initiative. With a projected capacity of 23.2 million TEUs or 20-foot equivalent units, a term used in the shipping industry to measure cargo handling capacity. This port has been developed to become one of India's largest deep-water ports, if not the biggest, and the most advanced container handling facility in the country. The initiative is part of a larger development effort by the Jawaharlal Nehru Port Authority or JNPA, which holds 74% stake, and the rest of 26% stake is held by Maharashtra Maritime Board. Umesh Sharad Wagh, chairman of the JNPA, said, quote, "This partnership not only reflects the confidence of global investors in India's maritime sector, but also ensures the integration of cutting-edge technology, sustainable practices, and world-class infrastructure," unquote. Now, Swiss TIL is a global titan. Its portfolio includes 70 container terminals in over 30 countries around the world. TIL's terminals are strategically located at key ports along the world's major shipping routes and has the capability to further integrate this new Indian port with mature and developing markets around the world. The JNPA now aims to turn the Vadhavan port into a world-class port of the future for India, thus enhancing the nation's capabilities to reflect its growing stature and role in global trade. Vadhavan Port will not just be India's largest deep-water port, but also rank among the top 10 biggest ports in the world when completed in 2030. It will be linked to major transportation networks, including the Mumbai-Vadodara Expressway, and a dedicated rail freight corridor, facilitating efficient cargo movement. The project also keeps in mind environmental considerations in its reclamation efforts while adhering to stringent ecological standards. Operated in a public-private partnership mode, the port will have 9 container terminals, each of them 1 kilometer long, 4 liquid cargo berths, 4 multi-purpose berths, a ro-ro berth, and a Coast Guard berth. The Maritime Gateway was inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi when he visited Maharashtra in August this year, and then he laid the foundation stone of the Vadhavan Port project. Labeling the project very special, Prime Minister Modi said on platform X that the project will contribute to India's development. It will also reaffirm Maharashtra's pivotal role as a powerhouse of progress, unquote. This all-weather greenfield deep draft major port is set to revolutionize maritime trade for Bharat in a sector that has long gone neglected since independence. Now, this new port is strategically located in the Arabian Sea, connecting India to major economies in Europe, the Middle East, Africa, and then on to the Americas, thus broadening the global reach for Indian exports. In a further boost to the economy, this project is more than just a maritime construction marvel. It will also create approximately 12 lakh job opportunities through its ecosystem. Meanwhile, Swiss investments in India are on a steady rise, with a $100 billion regional trade deal expected to further open up businesses long geared towards China. This despite Switzerland removing the most favored nation tag to India due to the Nestlé case. Switzerland's continued focus on India's rise comes at the cost of China. Crippled with a prolonged housing crisis coupled with high unemployment rates, rising local government debt, and weaker than expected consumer demand, the Chinese economy is, by comparison to India, losing steam. On the other hand, rapid growth in the world's fastest growing large economy has fueled Swiss and European interest in India. The chairman of the Swiss Indian Chamber of Commerce said recently, quote, Doing business in China has become less easy as its economy there has been doing less well. And there is also the risk of large-scale conflicts, economic or otherwise, with China. The IMF, or the International Monetary Fund, expects the Indian economy to grow 7% this year and 6.5% in 2025, outpacing forecasts of 4.8% and 4.5% for China. IMF further anticipates the same trend to continue to the end of this decade at least. Remember, India signed a free trade agreement or FTA with a group of 4 European countries, Switzerland, Iceland, Norway, and Liechtenstein, that are not members of the European Union. The deal with the European Free Trade Association or EFTA nations will see investments in India nearing $100 billion. The free trade deal, which took 16 years to process, will enhance market access and simplify custom procedures. This will also make it easier for Indian and EFTA businesses to expand their operations in each other's respective markets. But what do you believe? How important is the long-neglected shipping sector for India to rise as a global trade powerhouse? Leave a comment with your opinion, hit the like button and subscribe to Inconnect News.